Good morning, everyone. It's Leslie. Oh, you can tell it's the morning because that voice is not working. I'm gonna try to vlog today. We'll see what happens. I just went outside to run, as you can see with my sweaty hair and red face. I am not a fast runner. I'm very slow, like 11-minute mile running. So it's more like jogging. I enjoy doing it. I, of course, want to get faster, but I've been out of practice for a long time. I live in the north and I hate running on a treadmill. So I just run in the spring, summer, fall when the weather is a little bit nicer. And because of social distancing, quarantine, isolation, I have needed that outlet to just get out of my house. So it's been good. And it's slowly starting to warm up a little bit. I'm also a morning exerciser. I don't enjoy going at the end of the day. So in the mornings, it's typically colder, but today it's supposed to be pretty nice. It was about 45 degrees when I went out, which is fine for running. So that feels good. I'm going to attempt to do sort of a day in the life reading blog type thing. We will see how it goes. I want to get into doing more vlogs. I enjoy watching vlogs. I think they're a good way to see people's personalities and how they live their lives. And truthfully, they're a little easier to be myself in, I guess. I sometimes get really hung up over trying to talk just to the camera in a way about, well, to sound intelligent. So we're going to give it a go. I'll get back to you when I go have breakfast. All right, took a shower, put some makeup on, and now I'm going to make some breakfast. I'm probably going to make like some omelet and some toast. I made some bread back there because that's what you do in quarantine. You're probably gonna hear my son in the background. My other son is still sleeping. That's just the way that it is in a vlog when you have a family. So I will get to work on some breakfast and maybe get some reading in, actually. All right, breakfast is done, and now I am sitting on my bed, debating on what I want to do. I have two small kids. They are ages 9 and 6, soon to be 7. And so we're doing like virtual school a little bit. They both have autism. I've talked about that before. And so they need a lot of help in really doing anything. So their teacher sends home a binder and we do stuff online. And they've actually not protested too much about doing it, which I'm kind of surprised. But, you know, we're working through that slowly. So that's part of what we'll do today. Also, I started substitute teaching this year. And of course, back in January, I agreed to be a long-term sub in a classroom. And the world all went crazy. And so now I'm sort of I'm still working with the classroom, just doing virtual stuff for that class. And my husband is, I guess, considered an essential worker because he still works out of the house. So it's a little bit crazy, but you know, I can't complain. I know a lot of people have had it a lot tougher than I have, but we haven't really lost any income. Honestly, to be quite frank, the hardest thing for me has been the libraries have been closed. I would go to the library at least once a week. And the best part about a library is you check out all these books, and if you don't read them or not, you send them back, and then you get them, check them out 100 times before you actually read them. But I can't do that now. And I've read a couple ebooks, and I just don't like it. I don't have a Kindle or like an e-reader type thing I can read on my phone. But the print is so small, and I just don't enjoy reading on my phone. So the ebook version does not work for me. And Amazon, and I don't mind this. Obviously, books are not like the number one thing we need, but they kind of are the number one thing we need, because what else are we doing during this time? Their shipping for books is so slow. I have one book that I ordered maybe 2 weeks ago that I'm still waiting for. All of this to say is I've been listening to a ton of audiobooks, which is par for the course for me, but like sitting down and just reading a book, I just don't own that many. I've talked about that a million times. I'm just not really a book buyer. And now I'm really regretting that. I wish I had a huge home library that I could just go find any book that I have that I can read. I do have a couple. So right now I am reading Light Over London by Julia Kelly. This is a World War II, it's actually kind of a dual timeline. So it's World War II and modern day time. So there's a woman from World War II era and then a woman from today. And, you know, the woman from today finds the diary of the woman from World War II, yada, yada, yada. It's a pretty common storyline, but I am enjoying it. I'm sure it'll be, you know, probably like a 3-star read unless something really fantastic happens at the end, because it's a good story. It's just, there's nothing like super groundbreaking over it. It's just good. Hopefully I will get to some reading of that today. And we will see. As I said in the beginning of the vlog, the weather is getting pretty nice. So I'm hoping to get outside to work in my garden, and maybe I will take you along. I am not a green thumb. I really wish I was. My mom is so good at gardening. She always gets compliments on her flowers. And I mean, she grew up on a farm. She's just has the skills, I think, born in her, and they did not get passed down to me. I have no skills in that area whatsoever. So I'm really trying this year, even though it's probably a bad year to start, since a lot of the nurseries and landscaping places are not open because they're non-essential, but I think some of them are opening up soon, so hopefully I can get a couple of things. But we're going to try. We're going to try. Part of me is wanting to I want to find some more beauty and interest in things that you do at home, and, you know, do a lot more living and a lot less scrolling. Maybe there will be some reading in this vlog. Who knows? All right. Well, I did some schoolwork with my kids. They had to have a sort of virtual meeting with their speech therapist, which my kids hate the video chat stuff, so that doesn't really work for them. So it's mostly me having a conversation with their teacher, which is okay. Now I'm outside because it's actually a really beautiful day here in Michigan, and I'm gonna work on this mess. That's my little raised garden bed. We live next, or like right behind, there's like a retention pond right behind me. And there's like these willows, as you can see, they're growing up there. They grow into our yard, and so they grow up into this garden bed, which it's because I told you I have no green thumb. I'm trying to get it ready to plant some veggies. If anyone watching this is really great at gardening, as you can see in here, the bright green parts is like lettuce that continues to come up every year. Is that a thing? Is lettuce like a perennial? I was talking to my mom, who I said is really good at gardening. She said she had never heard of that in her life. And last year I had so much lettuce, and this year it looks like it's going to be 3 times as much. So that's interesting. I love salads, so I guess I'll just use it for that. So for now, I guess I'll just get to work on cleaning up some of this garden, and we'll see how far we get. I have finished the gardening job. There were still the willows that are so hard you cannot pull them out, so I have to clip them with like clippers or something, and I just didn't do that today. And now that it's getting nightish time, I am doing some grilling and we're doing hot dogs. Super simple. Who doesn't like a hot dog? Tell me in the comments, what do you like to put on your hot dog? Me, I could put anything. I like ketchup, mustard, pickles. I like the Chicago style, which is like no ketchup, but with chunks of tomato. Anyway, I even like sauerkraut. That's a new thing. Mostly you put that on brats, but whatever. Just a simple, easy dinner because who's got time for cooking? Oh wait, we all do because we're stuck at home. I have been listening to Anne of Ingleside on audiobook, so that's what I've done today as far as reading. And yeah, I guess I'll check in later and I will read Lights Over London tonight. And maybe I will vlog some of that. Well, I guess I am all ready for bed. Took my contacts out, washed my face, brushed my teeth, you know, the normal things you do before you go to bed. And I'm gonna finally get to my book. Hopefully I read a chapter or two and then sleep all night long. I had a good day today. It's funny how vlogging can make you feel productive, or at least it gives you a reason to like try a little harder in life. I'm not sure if anyone else feels like that, but I suspect some do. I think there's something about knowing, it's like turning in your homework. You feel like, oh, someone's gonna see this, so I need to make sure it's completed. I think that's good and bad. You know, obviously no one shares their entire life with, you know, the internet. Well, maybe there are some, but I don't do that. So it's weird to like say, oh, look at me. I worked in my garden and I made an omelet. So, you know, go me. And that's not really, you know, the kind of person I am, but I sometimes do need a little motivation to push myself and to like stay on track. So I'm happy with the day that I had. Who knows how this vlog will turn out. I will figure it out once I look at all the footage, but I had a good day and I hope you guys did too. I hope to do more of these vlogs. I hope to get better at it. I say this every single time I post a video, but I really do have a plan to make my videos consistent and to try to show my personality and to sort of make my own stamp on the community. I for sure am done. That is the end of the night. I will read a little bit so you actually will see me read, and see you next time.